Welcome to Golden Bachelor. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. Chris Harrison is stepping back into the television spotlight with a new project that marks his first major hosting role since leaving the Bachelor franchise. The longtime TV host, who spent nearly 2 decades as the face of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, is now attached to an upcoming dating series that promises a different tone from the familiar rose ceremony format. According to early details, the new show will focus more on real-world relationship dynamics rather than dramatic twists. Sources close to the production say the format emphasizes emotional compatibility, honest conversations, and mature decision-making, elements that set it apart from traditional dating competitions. Harrison has remained largely behind the scenes since his exit, occasionally addressing fans through podcasts and interviews. His return to hosting signals a clear next chapter in his television career, one that appears carefully chosen rather than rushed. While the series is not connected to Bachelor Nation in any way, viewers can expect the polished hosting style that made him a household name. Fans have already begun reacting online, with many expressing curiosity about how Harrison will approach a modern dating show in today's evolving reality TV landscape. Others are eager to see whether his calm, measured presence will resonate with a new generation of viewers. More details, including the show's premiere timeline and contestant format, are expected to be announced soon as production moves forward. As anticipation continues to build, industry insiders suggest that the new dating show is being positioned for audiences who have grown tired of overproduced reality romance. Instead of dramatic eliminations and high-pressure moments, the series is expected to highlight slower, more thoughtful relationship development. Chris Harrison's involvement has also sparked renewed discussion about his legacy in reality television. Many viewers remember him as a steady presence who guided contestants through emotional moments, and producers reportedly believe that familiarity will help attract both longtime fans and curious newcomers. Unlike his previous role, Harrison is said to have more creative input this time around, including involvement in the show's overall structure and pacing. This behind-the-scenes influence could give the series a more grounded feel, reflecting lessons learned from years in the genre. While some Bachelor Nation fans remain divided about his return to TV, others see this project as a fresh start rather than a comeback attempt. By stepping away from the franchise that defined his career, Harrison appears focused on redefining his role instead of recreating the past. As casting details and promotional material begin to surface, attention will likely intensify. Whether the show becomes a breakout hit or a quiet alternative to mainstream dating programs, Chris Harrison's return ensures it will be closely watched from the very first episode. Early buzz around the project suggests that the network is intentionally taking a slower promotional approach, allowing curiosity to build rather than relying on heavy marketing. This strategy aligns with the show's reported focus on authenticity and meaningful connection, rather than instant drama. Chris Harrison himself has hinted in recent conversations that this new role feels different from his past work. He has emphasized the importance of growth, reflection, and understanding modern relationships, ideas that appear to be woven directly into the show's concept. Those close to the production say he was drawn to the project because it allows participants more control over their own stories. The series is also expected to feature a more diverse range of contestants, including individuals at different life stages who are serious about long-term commitment. By moving away from a one-size-fits-all approach to romance, the show aims to reflect how dating actually looks today. For Harrison, this moment represents more than a return to television. It marks a recalibration of his career. Rather than stepping back into a familiar spotlight, he seems focused on rebuilding trust with viewers by delivering content that feels thoughtful and intentional. As filming progresses, speculation continues about whether the show could influence the future direction of dating television. If successful, it may encourage other networks to shift toward formats that prioritize connection over conflict. With more announcements expected in the coming weeks, viewers are watching closely to see how this next chapter unfolds.
As conversations around the show continue to grow, media analysts are already debating what this move means for the future of relationship-based programming. Many believe the series could appeal to viewers who once loved dating shows but have since drifted away, looking for something more sincere and less formula-driven. Behind the scenes, production is reportedly prioritizing smaller group interactions over large-scale set pieces. This allows participants to build connections in quieter, more personal settings, giving audiences a clearer view of how relationships develop without constant outside pressure. Chris Harrison's hosting style is also expected to evolve. Rather than acting solely as a narrator, he may take on more of a guide-like role, helping participants reflect on their choices and emotions. This subtle shift could redefine how hosts are perceived within the genre. While comparisons to The Bachelor are inevitable, insiders insist the show is intentionally designed to stand on its own. By avoiding familiar rituals and catchphrases, the series aims to carve out a distinct identity and avoid nostalgia-driven expectations. With casting nearly complete and filming schedules being finalized, the countdown to official announcements has begun. Whether audiences tune in out of curiosity or loyalty, one thing is clear: Chris Harrison's next chapter in television is shaping up to be one of the most closely followed developments in reality TV this year. As the project moves closer to completion, industry observers note that the timing of Harrison's return may be intentional. With audiences increasingly drawn to content that feels relatable and emotionally grounded, the new show appears designed to meet that demand rather than chase trends. There is also growing interest in how viewers will respond to Harrison in a refreshed role. Instead of being tied to a long-running franchise, this series allows him to present himself without the weight of past expectations. Supporters believe this freedom could help him reconnect with audiences on a more personal level. The network behind the show is reportedly optimistic, viewing the series as a potential long-term format rather than a one-season experiment. Executives are said to be closely monitoring early audience reactions, social media discussions, and preview feedback ahead of the premiere. For now, much remains under wraps, adding to the intrigue. Until official trailers and announcements are released, speculation will continue to build around the show's structure, tone, and ultimate impact. What is certain, however, is that this new chapter represents a deliberate step forward, not a return to familiar territory, but an attempt to redefine what a modern dating show can look like, with experience, reflection, and intention at its core. As post-production plans begin to take shape, attention is also turning toward how the show will be introduced to the public. Rather than relying on sensational previews, the marketing is expected to highlight real moments, honest conversations, and emotional journeys of the participants. Entertainment commentators suggest this approach could resonate strongly with viewers who feel disconnected from heavily edited reality formats. By focusing on storytelling over spectacle, the series may carve out a loyal audience that values depth and sincerity. Chris Harrison's role behind the camera continues to be a topic of interest. Those familiar with the production note that his experience has influenced everything from casting decisions to episode pacing, potentially giving the show a smoother, more intentional flow. The broader television landscape is also watching closely. If the series performs well, it could signal a shift toward more grounded dating shows across multiple networks, redefining audience expectations for the genre. With the premiere date expected to be revealed soon, anticipation continues to grow. Whether this project becomes a defining moment or simply a meaningful step forward, it represents a carefully considered evolution in both Chris Harrison's career and the future of televised romance. As anticipation builds, some industry insiders believe the show could quietly reshape how audiences judge dating programs.
Rather than measuring success through dramatic moments, the series may be evaluated by how genuinely it portrays emotional growth and decision-making. Viewers are also expected to notice a different rhythm compared to fast-paced reality formats. Episodes are said to allow conversations to unfold naturally, giving participants time to reflect instead of rushing toward outcomes. This slower pace could appeal to audiences looking for substance over spectacle. Chris Harrison's return has also reopened conversations about longevity in television hosting. After years in one iconic role, this project offers him a chance to demonstrate adaptability and relevance in an evolving media environment. Observers note that his familiarity with relationship storytelling may give the show a sense of calm authority. Meanwhile, curiosity continues to grow about how the audience will respond once the first episodes air. Early reactions could determine whether the format expands into additional seasons or spin-offs, making this launch especially important. For now, the show remains one of the more closely watched upcoming releases in unscripted television. With its focus on intention, connection, and thoughtful storytelling, it stands as a quiet contrast to louder formats, one that could leave a lasting impression if it connects with viewers in the way producers hope. Thanks for watching Golden Bachelor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.